So I'm going to run that through the blade and around on the handle itself. Oh, those bugs are horrible. And what I'm going to do, so I'm going to done one like this, I'm going to start it in the middle. And I'm just going to tighten it without cutting myself. So that way I have initial start. I'm going to tighten it. I grip it there with my hand. Just keep it and just go around it on both ends of where I started my first loop. Okay, so I got it wrapped around there. It's not fully, you can see it can still move on me, but we're not done yet. So now all I gotta do is to cut it off is just use the blade I already have on here. And I'm just gonna tie it off here onto where I started. And all I gotta do, I'm just gonna do a couple overhand knots. I don't need anything too fancy, just enough to hold it on there. Okay, now with just this on here, it's not gonna be enough. So the next step is the T-Rex tape. This is where it really works here. I'm a firm believer in this. Now when you're doing this, you want to be careful because you got the blade right there. So as you're coming around and tightening that up, you want to be careful not to poke yourself, because it's very easy to do, especially if you get distracted. I've never done this before, so this is going to be the first, guys. And also keep in mind that an escape and evasion scenario, like, this isn't necessarily what I'm going to be doing. What I'm doing right now is I'm just out practicing my skills for if an escape and evasion survival was going to happen, or situation was going to happen. So this might not be my first thing that I do. My first thing I do would probably get base camp set up, but since we're training today and since we're trying to scope out the area and know it, I'm just going to have a little fun while we're doing it. So brushing up on my skills. So there it is. Turned out pretty good. All right, we're gonna move to a different area. It's a little too close to the main road that goes through this place. Well, one of the main roads. It's gonna be pretty cool. Now we're just gonna go find a tree to practice on. So. Well, that was horrible. Third time's a charm, right? There it is, it's stuck in. Not very deep though. But it works so far. It's only about that deep. And I was only about 10 feet away. Realistically, to get close to a deer like that, you'd have to be really stealthy. So chances are you're probably not going to kill a deer with a spear. Maybe, depending on what nation you're in. Where I live, deer would be my first choice for meat. And I'd have to really practice at it. So right now I'm in the stages of being able to throw a spear. We'll try a few more trees. That was horrible. Well, it's not where I was aiming, but it worked. Ooh, that was a pretty decent one. where I started my spear, it was all the way up here. It's came all the way back down here. It's only about an inch sticking out. So, and I can't even push that up. All right, now we're gonna go on our next step. And I think the rain's getting closer because it's starting to thunder. So I think we're gonna keep going. Okay, so that was fun. However, learned something with that SRK knife is not really good for making spears. Now, I might be able to fish spear with it, get a fish or something in the shallow part of the water, but I don't think I'm really getting any deer or something like that. So, like I said, this is just a training video. This isn't necessarily what I'm going to be doing. I'm just using the gear that I have to see what's going to work. And so I think I need to switch out my SRK for at least the summer loadout bag and use my Cold Steel Bushman, which is a hollow handle, full, it's all one piece of metal. So, and it's gonna be a lot easier to make a spear with that than it would something like that. Now, my other pack, I have my ASEC knife, which is made by Ontario. It can be made into a spear because it's got 2 holes right on the end of the hilt. And I think that keeps it from sliding down the pole like it just did. So, all right, well, we're gonna kind of circle back. Kind of gone out as far as I wanted to go today, and I think we're gonna be hitting some rain here in a little bit, so I'll see you in a little bit. All right, another survival tip. As I'm out here training, I've been here probably since 8 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock now, probably a little after 12, and I'm starting to get tired because I've been doing a lot of walking, basically a lot of scouting out. And what can happen is when you get tired, you lose focus, you get careless, and you don't watch your surroundings, you don't stop and listen, you don't think straight, you don't think clearly. So that's when you gotta kick into survival mindset, and you gotta just keep fighting, you gotta keep pushing through, don't give up. And yeah, I mean, we're just training the day, but you know, it's just stuff to think about in a real survival situation or an escape evasion. Because in an escape and evasion situation, you're really not trying to be seen, and you're trying to hide and find somewhere to get safe, or to find safety. So that's just something to keep in mind. What's going on with that? So we're going to take a break, and we're going to try this UST 2,400 calorie emergency food ration bar. It's got a 5-year shelf life, so this ought to be pretty interesting. It is. Now I know how to eat this thing. Give me a piece, I guess. Here we go. You know what? That is not half bad. That's pretty decent. That's pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna finish this. I'm not gonna eat all this, but I'm gonna get some energy in me. I think we're gonna head back to where I dropped off my main rucksack, and I think we're gonna head out because today's kicked my butt. That's for sure. And another thing is, I have a poncho to wear if it rains. That'll go over this patrol pack, but I don't have one for big enough to go over my main pack, I don't think. So that's one thing I'm missing. So once I have that pack on, if it rains, I'm getting wet. So I need to, when I get back to my car, we'll talk about what I'm gonna do next. Something I just noticed with this package is that it's orange. So you got good for signaling, and on the inside it's silver, so you can signal with that as well. Get a reflection from the sun to reflect onto an airplane or something. All right. everything's still there. Okay. I got the big behemoth back on. And holy moly, this thing is heavy. We went this way. We're getting closer. I'll tell you what, this little training session is kicking my butt. I will say from observing with myself is that this pack here is very heavy. I don't even know what it weighs, but I guarantee it's over 50 pounds. But this is a long-term escape and evasion pack that I made. I put this pack in my car when I go on trips. It's gonna be everywhere, pretty much where I go whenever I leave the house, for the most part. This is kind of what the day brought me. But I do have my compass in here, my ASEC knife. That's more of a spear making knife. So that's all right. We'll talk when we get back to the car, and we'll go over what we learned today. So, all right. Oh. Okay. Okay, that was the escape and evade day trip training. It is 1:30. It's 1:33. I got here about 8 o'clock, I think. Maybe a little after that. About 5 hours of hiking and patrolling. Really, I didn't take any breaks. Well, I mean, I took a little break, but not much. Once I got that big ruck off, on here. Once I got that big ruck off me, it wasn't too bad, but oh man, I am just drenched. So anyways, I'm gonna quit boring you guys here and get on with the show. So, conclusions, what did we learn today? It's extremely hot out, and yeah, it's hot, and the bugs are not much fun, but they weren't too bad. Now, one of the main things I learned today is that my ruck is extremely heavy, and carrying that thing for a long distance, it's a lot of work. But I have a patrol pack on it, so if I need be, I can always put my pack down and hide it and take my patrol pack somewhere and change out stuff. But I'm not going to really change the weight on it. I'm still pretty young that I can carry that much stuff, but it's a long range pack. So, and that's how I have it geared. Second, spear making. It's not necessarily something you're gonna do in an escape and evade situation, but you know, like I said, today I'm just training. I'm not really actually trying to escape and evade. Originally that's what I was gonna kind of do, have a scenario, but that didn't really work out too well. So I decided just go ahead and just make it a training day, you know, just using the gear that I have. And I didn't use a quarter of the gear that I have. So basically I just used the knife to make a spear to see how that would work, and it didn't work out too well because it's just not made for making spears, and you saw on the stick it didn't work too well. So that's what I'm getting to, is I need to change out my knife, and I think I'm going to be going to the Cold Steel Bushman, which is more, that is a spear, and it can do everything else that the SRK can do and plus be a spear. So that's going to probably be the knife I switch out. Second or third, I need to get a light for my patrol pack, a headlamp. because I only have one headlamp, and that's my main pack. Fourth, I need to get a poncho big enough that's going to fit over my patrol pack and my rucksack. So I think I'm going to try out my Snug Pack patrol poncho. I think that'll do it. I'm pretty sure. And other than that, I'm pretty set up. You know, everything in my main pack I could go over right now, but I'm not. It's pretty much everything I have. Everything that I have in my patrol pack, I have in my main pack, and some extra stuff too. So it's pretty much the same stuff, just a little bit larger and more, and like more food and a bigger saw and stuff like that. So I have them in both packs, and I have them that way for a reason. So if I need to take my patrol pack off, I have everything I need for sleeping over, for making fire, for getting water, all that stuff. And something I forgot to mention, I did have a water purification system in that gray bag on my patrol pack, and I also have one in my main pack as well. So I have 2 of everything, and they're separated within each pack. So that's the idea behind that. But more training we will continue to do with this pack, and more videos to come. So guys, it's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a lot of work, you know, about 6 hours, 5 hours or whatever, but it's fun. I enjoy this. I need to get out. I needed to get out and do this and see how I could handle it, and it kicked my butt. It did. And I think a lot of it's the heat, but the rucksack being so heavy, but that's just how it is. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you would, please share, subscribe, if you aren't subscribed. But yeah, I'd really appreciate that. It'd be really cool to get up to 1,000 subs. Right now I'm almost to 500, and I'm doing a giveaway at 500 subs. So we'll get on with that. That might be the next video we do, who knows. But anyways guys, I appreciate you coming along. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you commenting on my videos. To you people that comment on my videos, you know who I'm talking to, you. So I really enjoy communicating back with you guys, and it's been a lot of fun. So, and I thank you guys for the tips too you give me. So basically we all learn from each other, right? So anyways, God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care.